Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope I don't have any crumbs on my face. How are you guys doing today? Yeah, I know it's a little scary and crazy out there, but gonna try my best to film some videos and just post as much as I can, considering the fact that I am still working, and yeah, just trying to make the best out of the situation. But let's just and get into the video. So today's video is going to be all about spring palettes, and this is a video that I've been looking forward to film, but I was waiting on a palette and I was waiting on these headbands that I just thought like were so cute, so springy for this just for this video. I just wanted to look very springy, very, you know. Okay, so today's video is all about spring palettes, my top 10 spring palettes. And I'm just really excited to get into spring soft colors, very ethereal, very fairy-like. I don't know why spring reminds me of something very fairy-like, just you know. Before we get into the video, if you haven't subscribed already, I hope you consider subscribing. And at the end of the video, if you did like it, I hope you give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you enjoy like seasonal videos to kind of showcase what I like to use or, you know, recommend during each season. So yeah, let's get started. The first one is the palette I've been kind of saving for now. Just this palette I've been saving for this time right now, just because the majority of these shades in here just to me like say springtime. If you cover up this section right here, to me the rest of these shades are just very spring, very pretty. Oh, I didn't even say. Okay, so the first palette is going to be the Emily palette. The first palette is going to be the Emily Edit, the Ones palette from Makeup Revolution. And to me, if you cover this section up right here, it's very springy, like those lilac shades, that green right here, right up there, the peach tones right here in this corner. This peach tones right here in this corner. Just want to keep this covered up so you guys can see it. Very spring to me, very spring vibes. And I do have a couple of darker tones in here, but I don't know, half of this palette to me is very spring and the other half is very like winter, very fall. I like that. It's very versatile palette and for such a good price, and the quality is pretty good. Some shades are a little not as pigmented as I would like them to be, but I still enjoy the colors that are in here. I think it's a very unique palette as far as colors. The color palette, she did an amazing job with it, and I'm so glad that I did purchase this palette, and I would recommend it, to be honest. Okay, so my second palette, there's only going to be 10 palettes, just a heads up. I don't know if I said that at the beginning of this video, but there's only going to be 10. The next one is by Too Faced, and this is the Natural Lust palette, and this one came out last year during this time, and this is what that looks like. As you can see, very soft tones as far as shimmers and mattes. I think the only real darker tones that you get are over here with the blue and the black, but everything else very soft. The formula is pretty good on this one, actually. Not really good, pretty good on this one. The mattes I like the shimmers better than the mattes in this formula. I just feel like the shimmers are just very soft, but not in a bad way. They just make you look very ethereal, just very pretty in a way that some shadows is a little bit too intense for certain the looks that you want to go for. But you can build them up and make them look more intense. I know it looks barely used, but they are pretty pigmented, so you don't need to go in with a heavy hand or anything for this palette. And I know it's not available anymore and it's limited edition, but I am going to include my limited items because I mean, some of these palettes that I have in here, this is just a big version of everything that I'm going to show you, to be honest. So I just want to point out what I'm going to be using for the spring. Okay, the next palette is finally one that I'm going to put into my stash, April, so sneak peek on that. And it comes with a brush. And it's the Sigma Enchanted palette right here, and it does come with a not a pretty good brush, a great brush, just like the E38. And hold on, let's see, the E38 and the E54 medium sweeper. So I do think it's a great brush set right here that you need. And again, if you just really cover this side up, even though I do love the entire palette as a whole, it looks, let me cover it up this side, hold on. Oh, the brush just fell in. Gosh darn it. So if you cover up these last 4 shades right here, you can see that it looks very the ethereal kind of look that I'm going for during spring season. Very fairy-like, just very, very pretty. And I've been kind of saving this one for springtime. Those pinks and that gold and that transformer shade called Metamorphosis is really what I've been looking to use during this time. And I know they're coming out with Cor de Rosa in April, and I was thinking about getting it. However, just considering the circumstances, I'm going to see what happens, just taking it day by day at this point. Pretty much here on out, it's Colourpop palettes, except for one. So that's why I'm going to do this one next. And this one came in a BoxyCharm. Again, I'm not sure if this is available, but I'll show you the reason that I want to get it. And this is a shade that I'm pretty sure you can find, like, it's not exact shade, but you know, you can get something similar to it. And this is from Butter London, and this is their Goddess palette, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Goddess palette, Natural Goddess palette. I'm not doing swatches for any palette just because my hand, even like small one, like just to show you, my hands feel very raw right now. So do my fingers, just from continuously washing them so much all day, every day. And I don't want to keep rubbing my hands. It kind of started hurting. So I'm sorry for that, but I just don't want to do any swatches right now. Nothing to further damage my hands more than necessary. Anyways, so this is the Natural Goddess palette, and it comes with 4 shimmers and 2 mattes. And I'm not the biggest fan of like almost all shimmer palette. I prefer mattes over shimmers, to be honest. But the reason I want to use this palette is because of this blue right here. I do like the formula of this palette. It's a really nice formula. The shimmers, again, are very soft shimmers. They're not metallic whatsoever. They're just very soft in the eyes, but they look very beautiful. They do create beautiful looks, and the formula is good. It's a good formula, like I was saying. But I've never tried this blue, and this blue just looks so pretty, and I can't wait to use it. Let me just swatch it on my fingers, just so you can see that one blue. That finger's not as bad. But as you can see, it's so pretty. If I don't say okay or like 1,000 times in each video, it's not a video, right? The next palette is another discontinued palette. I know I have so many discontinued palettes, but I'm going to show you what I have. I want to show you that, I mean, some of these shades actually in here are repeat shades from the palettes that are still available, but I'm going to use what I have. I'm going to keep my limited edition palettes. I bought them for a reason, you know? Anyways, that was the whole spiel. The next palette is the Femme Rosa Colourpop. I was never able to say that name. And this came out, like, this is one of their oldest palettes, to be honest. I think this was one of like their first true collabs, if I remember correctly. So I started getting to Colourpop around 2017, so this is about to be 3 years old. But we're gonna keep it until I can't no more. It has a combination of metallics, satins, and mattes. And I wish they still did this. As you can see, like, each shade is labeled what it is. Like, some are satin, some are metallic, some are mattes. And that'd be kind of nice to kind of know. And I wish they still made these satins, just because it's a very soft formula. And yeah, so this is the satin in here, and it just blends out to a matte sometimes almost, but I wish they still did that. Anywho, but as you can see, it has those peachy tones, those light pink colors that I will show you other palettes that are similar to this. I just want to really include this and show you the shades that I think are very springy. They're very, you know, I guess like very springy, very soft, give ethereal looks. So to me, those are like pastels, but not all pastels. I like pinks and yellows and purples, and certain blues, but I just, that's what I think my vibe is for for spring, and also mauves. Palette is the Flutterby palette, and look at that packaging. It's so pretty. I know this one's very similar to the Making Mauves new one from the new collection that just came out, and it is, the mattes are, but I think the shimmers, to be honest, are different. They are different in both of these, and you know, you can always take the other one traveling, keep this one at home, just because the packaging is so beautiful. But just saying, just my little thoughts there. But definitely mauves to me are very, very beautiful, and of course the butterflies. What's more than butterflies than, you know, spring and flowers? So, and bringing the one from spring collection last year, and this is the Sweet Talk palette. Anyways, so this is what it looks like, the Sweet Talk palette. Beautiful packaging, of course. This is what the back looks like. Well, there goes the palette. It's like maybe they fell out now. No. Anyways, so this is what it looks like, and let me show you the inside. It's kind of hard to see just because of the holographic background, and these two glitters are the ones that I want to replace. So once I replace them, my Sweet Talk palette will have 2 different shades, which I prefer over glitters. I just don't like glitters, and especially these glitters. They're too chunky, and they're just too much. And I wear contacts, so I really don't want to damage my eyes in any way. I want to protect them. It's something that I need for sure, or everyone needs, and eye safety is definitely a concern of mine. So I'd rather just pop them out and replace them with something else that I can use, like a metallic or the mattes. So definitely gonna work on that, my project after filming this video. Okay, and then this one is also a recent acquisition, and it's the Blush Crush palette, and it's the soft pinks that I was talking about. And some of these pinks are very similar to the ones in the Femme Rosa. So if you feel like, oh, I would like those soft pinks, I would recommend the Blush Crush palette. And then we have Honey palette for those soft yellows. Oh, I haven't replaced it. Oh, I freaked out. I was like, oh no. Okay, so as you can see with this palette, it's missing the glitter. I have it to the side. I just wanted to show you before I get rid of it completely, because I'm going to throw it away. I don't like to use, you see those beautiful yellows, and a lot of people compared the Honey to the Urban Decay one, what is that? The Naked Honey palette, and they're there's one shade that's similar, and that would be this shade. Everything else, there's nothing like, because these are actual yellows, and then the ones in the Urban Decay are more golds, like honey golds, and grungy yellows, grungy golds, grungy marigolds, and I don't think they're very similar whatsoever. This is very springtime to me. The other one's very fall. Completely different ends of the spectrum, even for monochromatic palettes. Okay, and then the next one, or the last palette I should say, is the Lilac You a Lot from Colourpop, and this is another one that I was saving for this time. Oh goodness. And these are very pretty purples, very soft tones. I'm going for soft, like not muted, but very toned down colors, not so much boom in your face. Like to me, summer is more boom in your face colors. But I haven't used this palette yet, so I'm excited to actually use these colors, and especially this one right here. I think that one is so pretty. It's like a duochrome, so pretty. So that's all the palettes I will be using for spring. You'll see some of them in my Shop My Stashes. I haven't decided quite what I'm going to pick out for April, and then of course we have April and May, so I'll probably split them. And so I don't know, we'll see, or maybe I'll just throw in a wild card, or something. Who knows what my temperament and my creativity flow would be when I choose my Shop My Stash. Anyways, that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoy watching it. Thank you for, you know, watching it and taking some time out of your day and sit down and viewing it. Again, if you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next one.